Ladies and gentlemen, I did a zero cycle with Luca, but before we can even get into the details, full disclaimer, Argenti mains, I'm not saying that I think Luca is better than Argenti, okay? There's this concept on YouTube where you clickbait your viewers to click on your video so they can watch what you've prepared for them. You know, so it's kind of what I did there. So you stay over there with your budget Karama and I'll stay over here with my Giga Chat Luca Shorty Yukin, all right? Anyways, all jokes aside, listen, guys, why are you so sensitive? Simmer down, brother. Simmer down. Let me get you some tea. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm such a troll. I'm so annoying. Luca, let's get back to it. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. Luca, I did a zero cycle with him. There's a catch or two. You kind of need Kafka to zero cycle, not to play Luca. He works fine without Kafka, but if you're trying to get on sweaty level and zero cycle, you kind of need her to re-trigger his break effect bleed dot for some big dig damage. Two, I did utilize the buff, and that'll all make sense when we get into the details, but I think Luca is an S tier 4-star character. I'm not gonna lie, his damage is just ridiculous on bosses. Like, yeah, he only does single target damage, but when you utilize him appropriately, it doesn't matter if he deals single target damage, especially if he's on a team with Kafka, because she'll take care of the AoE, he'll take care of the single target. It's beautiful synergy. But you don't need him at E6, but he does deal more damage at E6. He basically has Sampo's E4, but at E6, and with a little RNG in there like Xing Shui. We'll go over those details too. But ultimately, this zero cycle is proved to me that Luca's is like a banger 4-star unit because he's going to get better with Ruin Mei. And we can't go into the details because that's leaked territory, but Ruin Mei is going to make Luca so much stronger. Anyways, let's analyze everything I've done so that you guys can learn from this. This is the previous MOC. It just ended and we just got a new one with an energy recharge buff. Same concept as the last one, except replace the explosion with the energy recharge. That will be in a follow-up video. We'll be going over the deets on that. But yeah, let's get into this. Okay, so I want to talk about, we were on floor 9. I want to start there, and I have to mention this, bro. Floor 9 and floor 10 are the same difficulty. Again, unless there's a boss with 2 HP, then that's the only exception. But if it's not a boss with 2 HP bars, same exact difficulty. In fact, I would argue some of the, like floor 7 or 8, depending on what the matchup is, might be more difficult than some of the upper floors. But they're all pretty much same level. So if you think this isn't like legitimate, bro, it is. Trust me. If you don't believe me, we'll try and zero cycle floor 9 and 10 and you'll be like, oh shit, it's about the same damn difficulty. Now that we got that out the way though, we're going up against the newer enemy, the Spectral Envoy. We start off with obviously double Ting Yun technique to get her ult fully up so when we go into battle we can spam it. The other thing that's important is you have to open up with Luca. It'll make sense. Down, I'm about to uppercut bro, putting his back in that uppercut, bro. I'm about to uppercut her up to King Kai. All right, back to it. You have to open up with Luca's technique because he breaks the shields of the 2 fishes. And I have the thief set on him, which when he breaks shields, he regenerates energy. I also have an energy recharge rope on him because his energy recharge is dog shit. So opening up with Luca is pretty crucial. He's going to put bleed dots on them as well as regenerate some energy from breaking their shields thanks to the thief set. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted you guys to know beforehand. Also, I fixed my audio, all right? It's not gonna be loud. All right, so we open up, we immediately put this on Kafka. This is important because Kafka needs to get rid of all the ads. And in case you guys don't know, these 2 blow-up fishes, when they die and explode on a, man, I always like lean. Give me a sec, I'm always leaning. Okay, there we go. When the 2 blow-up fishes explode, they put a defensive shred. They put a defensive debuff on the enemies they explode on. So you want to get rid of them so that you can deal even more damage to the elite mob. It's important to know. Also, Silver Wolf is a monster on this composition, better than Pella. And the reason being is because of her toughness break damage. She deals a lot of damage to the shield bar with because she deals 60 toughness break with her shield. I mean, with her skill, and she deals 90 toughness damage with her ultimate. So she's crucial on this team because of how much toughness she can deal. And then again, when Roommate comes out, well, it's gonna be a little bit, it's gonna be crazy actually. But she's a great 4th option for this team just because she can contribute to getting their shields down faster so that Luca can trigger the break. You do need to do some fine speed tuning on this comp to ensure that Luca's the one breaking the shields. Okay, I know I'm pausing it, but I'm trying to teach you guys how to big dick it, bro. So if you pay attention, there's a lot to learn from this. So all that defense, and now we break with Luca. Bang, 83,000 on her chin. Re-trigger the dot with Kafka. As you can see, that's a 24,000 bleed dot with another 14k from Kafka. And then she goes 52,000, bro. We got to go back there, man. 52,000. Like, it happens so quick, the dots. So 52,000, soon as she got, like, we got to replay this because I don't think y'all understand how crazy this is. So uppercut, 80,000, 83,000, sorry. Then Kafka comes and re-triggers that. 49,000, and then her turn comes up and she takes another 52,000 on the head. These are all bleed dots, which is absolutely dirty. But that's Luca and Kafka popping off, primarily Luca though, because of his break effect is just so freaking high. At this point, we're getting skill points back up and making sure everybody's ults are good to go. We auto, and then we depend on the bleed dot to finish the job right here. Bink. Look at that bleed dot, 30k. Sent to the Shadow Realm. So it's important for your Ting Yun to be fast enough to go before they do. That's the name of the game. Do more damage, do damage first before they do, right? So speed tuning, being very quick, it's important for you to pull off these zero cycles with no sustainers. The reason I'm able to do so is because my Ting Yun's very fast, and then she uses her ult before they can go and activates Dance, 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 which pushes my team, who is currently on the bottom of the line of rotation, up to the front of the line. It's important to understand this. This is why Dance, Dance, Dance is so goddamn broken on Ting Yun. I always mention that because I don't think people are able to register the value of this. So we open up with Luca ult, and then we immediately ult with Ting Yun to speed everybody up, while also we do not battery Kafka this time. We battery Luca because his energy recharge is dog shit, and we need to ult with him again on the other character once we get, or the other enemy once we get rid of the first one. So, as you can see, Dance 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 pushed everybody in front of them, so they still haven't gotten a chance to go yet. This is why we needed Silverwolf, to get her shield all the way the hell down so that when Luca goes next, he's the one to actually get the break. 110,000 damage. That's thanks to Silverwolf's defensive shred, by the way. And she is, by the way, I'm running a crit wolf. As you can see, her damage is dog shit. But since she's not breaking, I might as well. This is one of those niche scenarios. 60k. You can see 30,000 from Luca dot, 16k from her own dot, and then she's gonna ult, re-trigger the dots again. Bang, 87,000. 22 from Kafka on the left. And then another, I think that's like 40k from Luca. Now when old girl comes up, sent to the Shadow Realm, 42k from Luca, bro. I'm telling you, these dots is crazy, bro. These dots is crazy. All right, so we auto attack, follow up with Kafka. Now we're trying to work and get her shit all the way down. See, the unfortunate thing right here is if I had an E1 Silverwolf, we could have already ulted again with Silverwolf. But since I don't have E1 Silverwolf, it's unfortunate. But at this point, we're just trying to dwindle her her shield down so that Luca can break her shit as well. So now we're gonna auto attack. Oh no, never mind. We skill to put the skill dot on her. I was contemplating uppercutting her right here. So, and then we finish off with the Luca ult. Bang, bang, and go into the next cycle. Boom. So you see what I mean? It's a zero cycle with the buff because we go into the next cycle, but we don't go into the next cycle. She dies before anybody goes. So hey, listen, you gotta give me some credit here. Now we did a zero cycle with Luca, goddammit. So now we're gonna go into the builds. I never edit this part because I want everybody to see the builds. Nothing was like, you know, tampered with or anything. 135 speed. Who cares about any other stat? He has 1500 defense for survivability. 153 break effect with 120 energy regeneration. We had to rock an ER rope, otherwise he wouldn't go into the second cycle with his ult up. It's important to have an ER rope on him only to have his ult up in that second cycle. For this scenario, things can change. This is his best in slot light cone, okay? 40% break effect, 6 energy regenerated every time somebody dies with a bleed dot on them, helping him get his ult up even more efficiently. And then the 48% dot, by the way, that 48% dot doesn't affect the break effect dot. It only affects his regular dot. So it's not as valuable. 10 on the talent is the most important thing. This is the most important one because when he uppercuts, it does more damage off of his dots. Finally, full-fledged break effect build here. I think we had a defensive, we either had a defensive sphere or a defensive body. I can't remember which one. We probably had a defensive sphere with an effect hit rate body though. Also, my Luca was sitting at 48% effect hit rate. That's guaranteed to activate all of his debuffs against enemies with 30% effect resistance or lower. But if you're going up against like a big fat boss with, I don't know, some like bosses in this game have 40% effect resistance as opposed to 30%. So in that regard, you'd have to be closer to a little over 60%. But 60 is more than good enough. And that's an E6 Luca. Now our Kafka is 130 speed, 3,750. We went with an attack percent Kafka build as opposed to a break effect Kafka or a Kritka, because this composition, Luca's the one breaking shields, right? So you don't want to put break effect on her. Furthermore, she doesn't have Topaz next to her, so putting Kritka on her with this comp doesn't make sense as well. She's one of the most multifaceted and nuanced characters in this game. There's a number of ways to run her, but on this particular comp, the attack percent build is where it's at. I had to speed tune her to 130 so that people could go in order so that Luca could get the break. But we rocked the brand new set on her. We're rocking an S2 Good Night and Sleep Well. She's double crowned, and then her relics are the brand new set. Unfortunately, we didn't even get benefit of the Firmament Frontline because we had 130 speed. Now, Ting Yun does manipulate her speed to get the first speed part, right? Basically, she gets 20% speed boost from the benediction when she pops her ult. So it did activate sometimes throughout the fight, but ultimately you want your Kafka to be at 160 speed, right? Just for this scenario, because it was so niche, we didn't get that activation. But it is what it is. This set is pretty damn solid. And I had 130 speed with no speed boot, by the way. Keep that in mind. I had an attack percent boot. She's E0. Finally, our Silver Wolf was running crit and was dealing pretty much no damage because Crit Wolf is absolutely dog shit. But because she's not breaking, which is a very rare thing, she's not breaking. So it's like, what else? I'm either going to run her very tanky or I'm going to run her with crit. And on this team, very niche scenario, might as well see what she's capable of, right? But you can go back and watch that footage and you'll come to find out. Smack was right. Crit Wolf is absolute dog shit. Now, you can make the argument that I didn't have on the full quantum set, but even then, I know the formulas. That 20% defensive shred is not going to make that much of a difference. Furthermore, you have to rely so much on her landing the fucking crit. Like, it's just abysmal. No buffs on her. Everything I've explained, like, this is the perfect scenario to explain to you guys why Crit Wolf is just dog shit. But again, if there's nothing else to her, if she's not breaking, then what the hell else is she gonna do? Tanky or Crit Wolf? So yeah, that makes sense. And I always show you guys my Ting Yun build. It's the exact same as it always is. That's it, boys and girls. Hopefully I brought you some value. If you were a Luca fan, here you go. Here's some Luca content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.